Hi, I'm Jordan.
Hi, I'm May.
And this is our monthly roundup for May 2023, featuring May. We're a little late in the month, but we are finally getting to it. And we wanted to talk about some games that we've played recently, because May's been playing a lot of games with me, and so we wanted to see what kind of games, what 4 games we wanted to talk about.
Yep.
All right. So we've decided to talk about these from least favorite to most favorite.
But the second least is a really good game. The other two just don't rank it.
That's true. That's true. So I think only one of these we would say we would not recommend.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just like...
The other 3 games we would definitely recommend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we get right into it?
Yep.
All right. Game number 1. This is Roller Coaster Rush from Pandasaurus Games. This is a redone version of an older game called Coaster Park, or Coaster Park, if you read the box like that. And we used to have that. I don't know. Did you play it with us when we had that? So it was a roller coaster game. You're using marbles, and you have these cardboard tracks, and so you put the marbles down these tracks. This is a kind of revamped version of that with different components.
I heard that the cardboard one did not work.
The cardboard one did not function. It did not work at all. It was a nearly unplayable game. So we got our hands on this one, and we wanted to definitely try this one out to see if it was any better than the original. And so, May, how does this one work? So it has an auction.
Yeah, so it's kind of like an auctioning game. So say, okay, I want to get this one for my roller coaster. He would secretly show how much money he wants for it, and so would I. And whoever has the most gets it, like an auction.
Yep, so it's a blind auction. We're going to be taking these pieces and adding them to our roller coaster, and then sometimes throughout the game we can drop a marble down the track and see how it goes. And the aim of the game is to get, at the end of the game, you'll see how many pieces in your roller coaster and how many flags you get to go through. So we've already kind of shared a little bit that this is not a game that we've really enjoyed.
No.
What about it did you not enjoy, May?
It's kind of the same of the original about the... It does work, but get some science physics in on this one,
Yeah,
please.
so, and I will say, I think these plastic pieces, I've seen some people talk about these plastic pieces online. I do think these work.
Yes, they do.
Head and shoulders above the original.
Yeah,
This is definitely an upgraded thing. It is a thin plastic, but they do work.
Yeah.
However, I think what May was kind of saying is the physics is really, the physics kind of pulls some of the fun out of the game, right?
Yeah, it just, like, this one, whenever, this is PC, it only works if you put it right here, and it only sometimes works.
That's true.
Sometimes.
That's true. So the highest hill, the highest bump in your track can only go in the first spot. Right? If you want it to work. And sometimes it doesn't even get over that spot.
And you would think that it would you would put it there because it would give it a lot of momentum to get over the other humps, but it just doesn't.
Yeah. It almost feels as though the game, you really just have your main drop-in. You might do 1, maybe 2 smaller bumps, and then you just want flat pieces at the end.
Yeah.
And when you're building a roller coaster, you feel like you want it to kind of go through some fun stuff,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, like, seriously.
And so, yeah, I just don't think this one, it wasn't a ton of fun. I think the auction was pretty plain, boring kind of auction. And but I think the physics kind of pulled it out because we wanted, when you have a roller coaster game,
you want it to look amusing and look fun, but it can only look fun if there's humps and spins and that. You just don't want it all flat.
Yes, and it feels like it. You can do maybe 1, maybe 2 bumps at the beginning, and then you need it to be flat. And
like, imagine that. Would that be fun?
It wouldn't be a very fun roller coaster, would it? So, Roller Coaster Rush.
Uh,
I don't think I can recommend this one.
I
Unfortunately.
neither do I.
And even as a kid's game, I think the auction wasn't super fun, and some of the physics can just be frustrating. I think.
Yeah.
Where it should be fun, right?
Yeah.
So let's move on from that one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Break.
This one is a super fun game, but I personally think that the games that we're doing next are better than this one. But this one is a super duper fun game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Don't
getting
get
that one
any,
out of the way,
yeah.
right? So this
Just
is
wanted to get
this is
that out.
Quantik. This is from Gigamic, which is a French company, and they do a lot of these abstract strategy games that are for 2 players. So this
Yeah.
is a 2-player abstract game. Think like Othello, chess, checkers, that kind of stuff. And this one has a 4x4 grid board, and you have I think 8 pieces in front of you.
Yes.
8 pieces, and you have different shapes as well.
Yeah.
And each of the they're going to go on this kind of pegboard. You can't have you can't put a piece down if your opponent has the same shape in that row, column, or quadrant of the board. And then you are trying to be the player to place the 4th unique piece in a row, column, or quadrant.
Yes.
That's pretty much
Which
the game, right?
I always forget about the rows and columns. I only think about the quadrants. So he beat me once because of that, but I beat him with the rest.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure May has this game kind of dialed in and has beaten me many, many times. I think this one is one that is going to be, we'll be pulling this one out.
I love this one.
This is the mini edition. I believe there is a bigger one, but it's the same. It's just a smaller, just a smaller box, from what I understand.
For traveling, I'm betting.
Yeah, it'll store better in the cupboard. So I don't think there's a ton to talk about this game because it's a very quick strategy game, maybe 10, 15 minutes. We've played it in bed before bedtime because it has that hard board that doesn't really mess up. I've enjoyed this one. I think that this is a clever little abstract game. May and I like to play.
Yeah, it's really fun. Don't think about that. Out of 4, it's on the 3. It's just like a really good game, but in our opinion, we like these ones better.
This one's definitely one that we enjoy, right?
Yes,
thumbs
a
up from this
ton.
one. I think for both of us, a thumbs up for that one. So that is Quantik from Gigamic. And the next one, May.
Songbirds.
Songbirds. This is from Daily Magic Games. May has really enjoyed this one.
Yes.
This one is...
Even though that's super duper simple.
It is a super duper simple game. So each card is going to have a number on it.
Yep.
And a color on it. Right? And then
or a bird.
it has birds. The birds are different colors.
Yeah.
And so on your turn, you have this giant grid of cards.
Massive grid.
And along the top and along the side are these point tokens of different colors. And you, on your turn, are just playing a card.
Yep.
Right? You play a card to somewhere on this grid. Once a row or column is filled, the point token that's at the end of that row or column is moved up to a point scorecard.
Which
scorecard.
are based on birds and colors. As you can see, there's a white bird, a orange bird. I'm hoping that these birds have names. I just don't know them.
I don't know what kind of birds
a
they are.
blue bird and a green bird. AKA, let me just clear this up. The white one's my favorite.
I think the white one's really cute. So you are going to be putting these point tokens on those cards, and you're going to keep playing until all the cards are out.
Yeah,
everything is scored.
Basically.
And then you have one card left. Whatever whatever color card is left. So at the end of the game, I have a green card left. You have a white card left. We're then going to put those on the table and see how many points that color has scored. And you get the points on the card.
Yeah. So basically, our role in the game, like the human role, like
what are we doing in the game?
We are Forest Spirits secretly sponsoring a bird. Okay.
That's true. Yeah. So we're kind of betting on which bird we think is going to be most successful in their songing.
So
of
kind
Songbirds.
of like an auction. It's still a really fun game.
Yeah.
I like that there's a bit of a magical aspect of it. And
a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think Songbirds is really solid.
Yeah.
May definitely likes it better than I do.
I
think
do.
I'll be honest, I don't fully grasp some of the strategy because
There is no strategy. That's the thing.
I think there's a little bit of strategy, but I don't know if I get it. I don't know if I totally get it because it doesn't feel like I ever have enough of a spread of number cards to be able to kind of play and jockey for the space. But May does very well in it, so I think she has something figured out. So I don't think it's fully luck of the draw.
It is not. It is not. Let me just clear that up. It is not fully luck of the draw, okay?
Right, but
you can still beat people because once I didn't get any 7 cards, and I still beat them, I'm pretty sure.
That's true, yeah. So you don't always need the highest value cards.
No.
It's just how the playing goes. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's all luck. I'm just not totally sure it dials into my head.
It
right?
does for me.
Yeah. So Songbirds.
Different minds work differently. Let me just clear that up.
Yep. You're
Works
clearing a lot
different.
of stuff up.
Yep.
Okay, so you give a thumbs up.
Yep, I love this so much.
I'm probably like a 6.5 out of 10. Like it's just on the cusp of like something I would recommend. And May actually really enjoys this
9.
one. Yeah, May really enjoyed that one. So
Yeah. So
there we go, right? So that's Songbirds from Daily Magic Games. All right.
Now this one, I really like this one. It's super simplistic, so I am kind of surprised that I really like this one. But like, I'm just like shocked that I really like this one. But I really do.
Yeah. So this is the new version of Roll to the Top from All Play. This one came out, I think we got it a couple months ago, perhaps.
Yeah, we played almost all of the maps.
I think we've played almost every map in here, and we have the expansion pack as well. So we have a lot of maps in here. And this is a roll and write game. You're going to roll a fistful of these fun-shaped dice.
Or use a dice tower.
And we've been using a dice tower because
tiny hands.
there's a lot of dice that you're rolling.
Tiny hands.
So drop them in the dice tower. They all come out in different, they're all, D4, D6, D10, D8, all that. Yeah. And you are writing numbers down on your monument or your location from bottom to top. Whenever you write numbers on top of above other numbers, they have to be equal to or greater than the previous numbers.
So like a little bit of math, but like don't worry.
Yeah, it's just
you don't have to be great at math.
Just addition and subtraction.
Yeah.
Because you can add some of the numbers together to get high numbers to get to the top. And you're just trying to fill in your board. First person to fill in your board wins.
Yep.
There's a ton of replayability, ton of maps in here.
Yeah.
I think it came with maybe 6 or 8 maps, and then we got an additional 6 or 8 maps in the expansion pack.
So we have a ton of maps.
Yeah, and it is such. I don't know if do you know what the word elegant means?
Yes, I do.
And this one feels
elegant.
It feels elegant in how simplistic it is.
It really is simple. And I like the monuments that it uses. It uses some really popular ones, but other ones that I haven't really heard of, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, and this edition is called Journeys. You're traveling around the world to these different monuments. So we got of course the Eiffel Tower, the pyramids of Giza, but we also have some really kind of modern architecture kind of buildings.
Yeah, the Opera House, what is it called?
I think the Taj Mahal is in here.
Yeah, the Taj Mahal.
Like Stonehenge kind of monuments. So yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. I really do enjoy this one. May, you would rate this one very highly, right?
9.5. It's not my favorite, but I really enjoy this.
This is one of May's new favorite games. I think this one is very solid too. I also definitely a thumbs up for me. I'm just like maybe not quite as May's level, but I do enjoy this one. I think this one is fantastic, and this whole set of games. So All Play released this one, Pollen, which we enjoyed.
Oh yes, that one was
May
a really fun game.
And
we
then
played that
another
one a few times.
Big Top, which is a small auction game. I think all 3 of them are fantastic games. I reviewed. All 3 reviews are over on Instagram if you want to check those out. I think I talked about Pollen last month on this channel.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe.
Fantastic games, really great.
Yeah, amazing.
I would
Lovely
say Roll to the Top
games.
is May's favorite of the 3.
Yes,
my favorite of the 3 is Pollen, but it's a great set of games. Love this one. It'll be sitting on this shelf for a long time to come, I think, right?
Yep, until we pull it out to play it. Those will sometimes.
That's right. So, all right, cool. So that's May 2023 with May. All right. I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything?
Nope.
Great. I'm Jordan.
I'm May.
Thanks.